Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Zoe and I make both bookish and lifestyle type content, and it has been a minute since I have been on my vlog game. So we're back today with another weekend vlog. It is Friday, it's around probably 12:30, it's exactly 12:30. I honestly do that all the time and it kind of freaks me out. Just good intuition, what can I say? It is a beautiful day. It's actually Memorial Day weekend, so I have an extra long weekend. I took the Tuesday off after Memorial Day as well, so I have like an extra long weekend. I'm very excited about it. I'm very ready for it. You know the drill. Grab a cozy drink, a cup of coffee, some tea, a smoothie, bubble tea, whatever you like, and join me for this vlog. There are definitely a few things we need to chat about. And the first one, I'll go ahead. Let me grab him. So this is Binks. Say hello, Binks. We have a new addition to our family, and right now he's very playful, so he definitely doesn't want me to hold him. Hi, do you say hi? You don't know how to say hi, but here he is, little black boy, Binksy Binks. Okay, you can go play. I will be honest, I'm a little nervous about introducing Binks because I fear some judgment maybe from some people who think that we like moved on from George, and maybe that's very like self-imposed. I could just be feeling that way myself, and in a way I did. I really struggled when we first brought Binks home. It felt a little bit like grieving all over again for a short period of time, but it was never a question of if we were going to get another cat. It was just a question of when. Andrew and I have hearts for cats, especially rescues. We will always have cats as part of our lives as long as we can help it. So we definitely knew we were going to get another cat. We just didn't know when. I won't get into too many of the details, but long story short, there was a litter of kittens at a local farm that were in need of rescue, and Andrew has always wanted a black cat. I love them too, but Andrew in particular has always wanted a black cat, and there was one black cat from the litter that we went ahead and made our own. We actually got him a few weeks ago. I think he was about 7 or 8 weeks when we brought him home, and he was so small. I mean, he's still small, but he was so small. I was afraid I was going to step on him, but he is just such a ray of sunshine. He is so fun and wonderful. And actually, when we brought him home, we used the same cat carrier that the last time we used the carrier was to bring George. I'm not gonna cry. It was to bring George to the vet. And when we brought Binks home, he was in the carrier and he was really scared to come out. And when he first finally like walked out of the carrier, whew, okay, I can do this. He was like covered in like George hairs. I just felt this like overwhelming sense of George being like, I'm here with you, and I love this little guy, and I'm so glad that he's here. He's been a huge blessing to us. Not that I feel like I need to justify it any further, but one of the biggest reasons we ended up getting a cat sooner than later was because of Scout. Scout and George were buddies, and Scout was so clingy. Like, he's always been affectionate, but like next level clingy after George. And honestly, it was really hard for me. It was hard for me to move forward, I felt like, because he was so clingy to me, and I could just tell that he like missed a companion, and it made things like harder in general. So we decided to move forward with getting a kitten, bringing a kitten into our home, and yeah, like I said, he's been wonderful. He loves to cuddle, he's playful, rambunctious. I mean, typical kitten attitude. Like I said, his name is Binks. We tried out like 100 names on him as we were driving him home, and nothing just sat as well as Binks did. It really suits him. So yeah, we really love him, and hopefully I can get some fun clips of him throughout the weekend. What else can you expect this weekend from me? So we will actually be traveling tomorrow to a place in Wisconsin called Eau Claire. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go. But we're going for my cousin's wedding. It's actually like a reception. I think they eloped. So we're gonna go to the reception and do like a little overnight stay there, and then Sunday we'll come back home. Monday we will be spending a lot of time outside because we are doing a big like transformation of our backyard. I will get into that later. It's been kind of wild, but honestly, I'm really excited about what it's gonna look like. I'm actually really excited to get into it because I don't feel like I've vlogged nearly enough about like home stuff. So that will be fun. And then who knows what else sprinkled in between. I'm still diamond painting a ton. I do have a couple of books right now that came in through Libby, audiobooks, so I can talk about some books. We'll just see what the weekend has in store for us. Although in typical Zoe fashion, I do have a package. And I thought, why not? I'm going to unbox it for you. This may seem random. It's not books, it's not home decor. It's more food related. So Andrew and I have a Ninja Creamy. This is so random. We have a Ninja Creamy. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's an ice cream maker that Ninja came out with a couple years back. We've had it for a while, but we just haven't used it to its full potential yet. So when we first got the Creamy though, there weren't like a lot of recipes. There wasn't a lot of buzz about it. Now there's a lot more recipes out there, and my brother got one too, and he has been kind of like hyping up this one company that does these like protein cookie butter powders. So I kind of like went a little crazy and got a bunch. And I thought I'd just show you guys really quick because they look really good. Also, as always, it's not sponsored. I just like showing you guys the random stuff that I buy. Here's the first one. This was on sale for like $7. It's like originally $20, $25, something like that. But this is a salted caramel. It looks bomb. I mean, I really love caramel, and you can put it in like a ton of stuff. You can put it in yogurt. You can make it into like a paste if you add some water and put it on like toast. You can put it in smoothies. You can have it in oatmeal. You can make like a glaze. You can do a ton of stuff with it. It's basically kind of like the powdered peanut butter, if you know what I'm talking about, but it's different flavors, which is just so fun in my opinion. I also actually ended up getting some protein powder from this place too because it looks really good. It's like a vanilla slow churn ice cream protein powder. Again, we add this stuff to like everything. The other two that I got is this one, Cafe Mocha. I really want to make in the ice cream maker like a coffee kind of ice cream. We'll see if I can figure it out. I feel like this may help me though. And then this is this is like mine and Andrew's favorite. This is fruity cereal. Basically, I mean, it's Fruity Pebbles, but you know, can't say that. Need I say more? Fruity Pebbles is incredible. Cookie butter protein powder in Fruity Pebbles, like yes, I'm here for it. I'm excited to try these. Maybe I'll try and make an ice cream sometime this weekend, and I'll show you guys how awesome the Ninja Creamy is, because like truly it makes killer ice cream. It's so good. Okay, well with that said, I am going to head back to lunch. I have a couple of minutes left over my lunch. I'm gonna finish out my workday and then I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Hello, I'm back. It's around 8:30. Nothing has really happened. My camera battery is about to die though, so I need to charge that. I'm probably gonna chill the rest of the evening, but I wanted to show you guys. I finished my most recent diamond painting yesterday. It's the biggest one I've done so far, and I had to show y'all because I'm really proud of it. And it took me like over a month to do. It was 86,400 diamonds, or like individual little drills. Let me see if I can even get it all the way in frame. There she is. I hope you can see how pretty this is in real life on camera, because it's stunning. It's so beautiful. And I am really, really proud of it. Like, look at her. Actually, this turned out so beautiful that I'm very tempted to get it framed and hang it in my house, because it's also like very colorful, which I love. Yeah, I'm just really proud of her. So here she is. Oh. And then the next one I'm working on is actually right here on my desk. I'll quickly show you that too. This one is called Herbalist's Helper. And she's so cute. I have it rolled up because I'm working section by section, but I'm really, really excited about this one too. I hope there's not too much of a glare. There we go. This one has been really fun and it's going by really fast, which is a nice change of pace because the flower one took me so long. But yeah, as the rest of the night goes, it's probably going to be pretty chill. Honestly, I'll probably check in tomorrow. We are going to go ahead and pack tonight and then probably just relax, honestly, for a good rest of the evening. I may diamond paint a little bit, listen to an audiobook. I'm currently listening to a book called Breathless. I'll post a little picture right here. I'm not loving it, but I think I'm going to keep going because I just started it and I want to give it a fair chance. So I'll come back to that. But yeah, I think the rest of the night is going to be pretty relaxed. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be heading out for a wedding. I'll probably check in tomorrow when we're on the road. So see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. We are getting on the road. Andrew's getting gas right now. I just got a prickly pear infusion. I don't know if you can see how beautiful this is. It's from Scooters. I'm spilling, literally spilling. It's from Scooters, which is honestly one of my new favorite places to get coffee and drinks lately, like even more than Starbucks. But I've never had this before, so I'm gonna try it right now. Oh, that is so good. Yep, it's like fizzy. Oh my gosh, it's kind of like sour. It's really good. I was like, am I really not gonna get coffee? But I just kind of wasn't feeling it. I already had my coffee in the morning and I'm really glad I went with this guy because it tastes bomb. So yeah, we are getting ready to head out to Eau Claire, Wisconsin for this wedding. Very excited. Honestly, had a really chill morning, which was great because I thought it was going to be stressful, but it was really relaxing actually. I have with me for entertainment my iPad. I really like doing like the Happy Color app on my iPad, and I also have Animal Crossing, so that's great. I have this little book sleeve. This is from Happy Go Sleeves. I will link her below. She makes the cutest book sleeves ever. Isn't it just like, it's this beautiful like pink daisy design. I love it. Anyway, I have my Kindle with me, this guy, which I don't know if I've ever showed you guys, but the Kindle, this case, it looks like a book and has my Kindle in it. Isn't it so cute? I love it. And then I also brought with me a physical book, Win Me Something. So we'll see if I read at all, honestly. Anyway, we're gonna go get a car wash, say hi.
Hi.
And get this road trip going. Good job.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's Sunday. I definitely did not a great job of filming yesterday. Once we got to the hotel, I actually did not feel well. I was like super dizzy from the car ride. So I ended up like passing out and taking a nap. Then my family got here and my parents are also staying in this hotel. So they came to our room and like everyone was in our room, which was fine. But there was like no opportune time to vlog an update. So I'm getting ready. This is not the final look. Getting ready for the day. I thought I would hop in here and say hello and start today's vlog. Just to catch you up, yesterday the wedding was so beautiful. It wasn't like a full ceremony. They actually eloped, I think, in St. Lucia, which was so pretty, and came back here and did like more of a reception thing. But it was really nice. It was at this like really pretty brewery and they had good food and a lot of my family was there. My mom's side of the family is fairly small. She only has like one brother and then his wife and then their two kids who are my cousins, one of which got married, and then my grandmother. But I've always like loved my mom's side of the family. Both of my sides of the family are complete opposites. My mom's side of the family is much smaller and a little bit more like quiet, reserved, like relaxed, chill. And I mean none of these things in bad ways. My dad's side of the family is like huge. Like we have so much family on that side of my family, and they're much more just like when we're together, it's like loud. There's things everywhere. There's people talking. Like it's like just very opposite vibes on both sides of my family. Being a little bit more, I would say, somewhat reserved myself. I definitely like love my mom's side of the family for that reason. Like just very relaxed every time we get together. It's very like comfortable and comforting, but we don't often get together with them. So I'm hoping that now that we live in Wisconsin, maybe we can do more of that. But it was really nice, like catching up with them. I got to spend a lot of time with my grandmother. My grandma in particular, she is just one of my favorite people. I don't know if I have mentioned this in my vlogs before, but she loves watching my YouTube channel. She's watching this right now. Hi, Grandma. She's one of the like biggest reasons I continue to film videos and post them, just because I know she really likes them, and we kind of like, we talk about them and she'll call me. I love my grandma. She is like one of the most strong, resilient, wonderful people like you will ever meet. Everyone who knows my grandma has been like blessed to know her. And I'm saying that, yes, because I'm biased and she's my grandma, but genuinely, she is the most funny, the most kind, the most just like wonderful aura and presence. I just love her so much. She's really hilarious. She has like a childlike spirit. She's just like so goofy and silly and funny, but not in like any kind of obnoxious way. Like it's just her personality. She's truly just a gem, and I hope that I'm like her when I'm older, because I just think she's the most best person ever. So that was really nice, just like getting to sit there and chat with her. And then my parents were there, which was nice. My brother and sister-in-law were there. Yeah, and then catching up with like my aunt and uncle for a little bit, which was really nice too. So it was just a really good time all around. This morning, it's Sunday, we're gonna go to this local cafe called Nucleus. It looks really good. Apparently they have really good crepes. I'm not like usually a crepe girly, but they have like this lemon one, and I am a lemon girly, so I may have to get that. Yeah, we're gonna meet up with my mom and dad and go there. Hopefully it's not hard to get in. Sometimes with brunch, you never know. And then I think we're gonna make a couple of stops here for a couple of things, and then we're gonna head home. And I'm excited to get home. I miss the cats, and I miss my house, and I'm just excited to get home. We were also thinking about going to see The Little Mermaid tonight, so we may be doing that as well, which would be very fun. I really want to see it. That is pretty much it. I'm sure I'll have more to say when I'm back in my own house. So I'm gonna finish up getting ready here. I'll show you the final look and outfit. And I'll check in with you guys later. Here is the final hair, makeup. I'm actually having fairly good second day hair, which is rare for me. What'd you call yourself this morning?
I'm a rich yacht daddy.
I can't.
I'm not a dad, and I don't own a yacht.
Yeah. We look good together though, in this very colorful color palette. Here's the fit. This dress is from Impressions, and the shoes are Nike Air Force Ones. Jewelry is also from Impressions, and that's it. Thanks. All right, it is 7:30 and we are home, finally. I mean, we've been home for a while, but that car ride felt so long for some reason. We have been chilling out. We were gonna go to the movies tonight, but then we got kind of tired. So we're instead gonna stay in today, but tomorrow we're gonna go to the movies. So I'm very excited to see Little Mermaid still. Andrew is outside working, even though we plan to work on the backyard tomorrow. I think he just wanted to get a jump start on everything. So I have been cleaning the house a little bit, and I want to finally make my ice cream. I made this quickly yesterday before we left, and it's Fruity Pebbles. It doesn't really look all that appetizing right now, but it's Fruity Pebbles with Fairlife 2% milk, and then I also used some of this Fruity Pebble cookie butter powder, and then I used some xanthan gum for a thickener. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it in our Ninja Creamy and let you guys know if it works out. Andrew made one earlier and it did not work out, so I'm hoping that mine does not follow that trend, but we will see. Okay, I'm just gonna say right now, it's not looking promising. It's either I added too much xanthan gum, which I really don't think that's it. I left the Fruity Pebbles in there versus like straining them out and just using like the Fruity Pebble flavored milk. It's made it like kind of gluey. This is not the kind of textured ice cream that I would want. Here's a little like close up. I'm gonna try it, but I'm scared. This is a first, truly. Okay. No, those are not good. Next time, I'm definitely gonna strain out the Fruity Pebbles. Because the stuff at the bottom, I don't know if you can tell, but there's less like Fruity Pebbles at the bottom. And that's just milk. And that does taste still like Fruity Pebbles, but that has the actual consistency of ice cream. This top stuff is not good. And unfortunately, I don't think I can like mix it enough for it to work. So this was a bust. Maybe I can convince Andrew, because both of our ice creams did not work out tonight, if we can go to Dairy Queen. Let's go see if I can convince him.
Hey, honey. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Can we go get Dairy Queen?
Why? Yours didn't work out either.
No!
Leaving the cereal in it was a bad call, right?
Yes. Anyway, can we go to Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
Ice cream has been secured. I ended up getting a peanut butter puppy chow blizzard because that's a new seasonal flavor and it sounds so good. So we're gonna try this together. Guarantee it's gonna be better than my concoction. Okay, let's go. Yep, that is divine. That was the right choice. Good job, Zoe. Now that I have my ice cream and I have my cozy clothes on, it is time to settle in for the night and diamond paint. That is what I'm here. You can't see it. I'm trying to hold it up. It's not working. I'm still working on Herbalist Helper, but I'm very excited to get back to it. Yesterday, I went all day without diamond painting and it was very sad. We're back in action. I am currently reading a book called Breathless. I think I already talked about it. I did. I'm currently reading Breathless. It came through on my Libby app. I don't know if I'm loving it. It follows a story of this like journalist who's following this professional mountaineer up a mountain. He invited her to go with him and then a team of other people to climb up this mountain. This journalist has gone on mountain climbing expeditions before, but she's never been able to complete any expeditions. And so she kind of is like seeing this as sort of like a redemption for herself. But then also the professional mountaineer guy who invited her to come on this trip, he won't give her an interview until she like completes the expedition, which is it's a little rude because like it's very possible that she doesn't complete it. I'm not hating it. I'm definitely intrigued. I think I like the idea of these kinds of stories more than I actually do. The premise talks about how she finds herself on this mountain and then people start dying and it becomes like someone on their team is like a secret killer or murderer. So it's still like a mystery thriller in that way. And now she's trying to like survive the mountain and survive whoever's killing people. And then also try to get this story so she can do her job. I think I'm going to continue to try and read it. If I'm absolutely hating it, then I will probably switch to something else, or I'll just DNF it. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to an audiobook and just enjoy the rest of my night diamond painting. And then tomorrow is Memorial Day, and we don't have any plans other than to get out in the backyard and do all of the backyard thing. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Monday. It's around, I think, 8:30-ish in the morning, and I am getting myself together to start some yard work outside. I'm honestly just putting on SPF. I really like this e.l.f. Whoa Glow 30 SPF for your face, and I really like it. Andrew woke me up about a half an hour ago and was like, do you want to come to Home Depot with me? And I was like, no, not really. I don't really feel like going to Home Depot on a Memorial Day. So he is heading there now to pick up some things that we need. And then I'm going to make some coffee and probably have like a granola bar and then start heading outside for the day to work on whatever we need to work on to make progress in the backyard. To fill you guys in on the backyard, when we were house hunting, a massive backyard was not high on our priority list. We don't have children. We don't have dogs. We won't ever have dogs. We may not ever have children. And we live in Wisconsin. So we only get like a livable backyard for maybe 6 months-ish. But really like 4, I guess, if you're just talking about like good weather. And then on top of that, it's like, you know, less grass to mow, less things to keep up. Well, with this house in particular, it ended up having, you know, basically no backyard. We ended up on a corner lot, which still gave us a fair amount of like grass to mow and sidewalk to shovel. But the backyard itself was full of pavers. The whole entire backyard is paver city. I'll post like a picture to show y'all. When we were looking at houses also, this was last year where house hunting was getting crazy. Interest rates were going up like every day. There wasn't a lot of like inventory because it's winter time. This was our 5th home that we put an offer in on, but we loved it. I still have yet to really like share that story, but it like this was the house out of all of the ones that we put an offer in on. I love this home so much. We love this home so much. So the backyard full of pavers, and then we come to find out as the weather was getting warmer and warmer last year, our first year in the home, all of the things in the backyard started blooming. And it was like this magical, beautiful, like secret garden where, I mean, I took so many pictures of like all of the plants, all of the flowers that bloomed, and I'm really glad that I did. The people who lived in this home before us were like retired. They had a lot of time on their hands, and the husband in particular, it was husband and wife, the husband in particular loved to garden. Like that was his thing. And this kind of garden, y'all, it's like professional level status. Like things were blooming right after each other. So like the timing of the annuals were just like so stunning. It required weeding and pruning and tending to that garden every single weekend. If we wanted to maintain the status that that guy had, it required so much work. I cannot even like express that enough. So much work. And I'm not a gardener. I appreciate it. I think it's gorgeous. I love the flowers. I'm not really like an outdoorsy person. I'm just not a gardener. And while I, appreciate all that stuff, I just knew that we weren't going to be able to upkeep it because we're also like, you know, we travel in the summer and we do things on the weekends and we both have full-time jobs. Like we don't have time to tend that garden in the way that it deserves. So we decided that one of the biggest things we wanted to do this year was one, put up a fence because it didn't have a fence. It didn't have like too much privacy until everything was like in full bloom. And then it had like hedges, but then the hedges were in the way of the driveway. And like, so I can understand how it like worked for, you know, an older married couple who probably didn't leave the house much. And they were able to pour a lot of love into it, right? A lot of love into it. But that's just not where we're at in our life. So we have decided, get to the point, Zoe. We have decided to basically pull up a lot of the pavers, plant grass, put up a fence, and just make it much more of like a livable area for what we want in a backyard. Even though it is small, we still want to be able to utilize some of that livable space. We have started to basically take out a lot of the plants and flowers that were there. We did keep the peony bushes, which I'm very happy about, even though they bloom like pretty quickly in the season and then they die. I just love peonies so much, and I feel lucky to they have 2 big bushes that bloom. So we're keeping the peonies, which is great. I'm gonna walk into my bathroom so I can put in my contacts. I know some people are grossed out by watching other people put contacts in, so I won't make you look. Here, I'll tilt it down. So yeah, we tore up a bunch of the flowers. We started taking out a bunch of pavers. We are leaving a handful of pavers to create sort of like little pathways in between the doorways. And I think that'll work nicely. It is a little difficult to tell right now how the finished product is going to look. And I'm starting to get a little like, did we make a mistake? Like what were we thinking? Tearing up these pavers that were there for years and years. But I just keep going back to the fact that like we would not be able to do that garden justice the way that it deserves every single year. I still really wanted to capture and maintain like some of the charm of the backyard. So I settled on doing like a scalloped white picket fence, which I think will be really cute. I'm excited about it. It's like 4 feet high, so it's still like some good privacy, and I plan to plant other things to bloom sort of like around it. And I just think it's going to be really cute, like addition to our home. Our house is kind of boxy, like it's very charming on the inside, but it's not much to look at on the outside. Like it's kind of one big box. So I also think putting up a nice white picket fence will just add like a little bit of character to it. I'm excited about that. We also, this is kind of a crazy story. I've already talked for so long, but I'm going to tell this story too because it's so good. So we were working out in the yard last weekend is when we started doing all the things, and this car passed us and he was driving really slow and we were like, what is this guy doing? He ends up coming back around and parking and getting out and walking up to Andrew and I, and he's this older gentleman, and he looks at our yard, and I had this moment of actual terror because I thought it was like the past owner, even though I'm pretty sure they moved to like Ohio or something. I thought it was like the past owner coming back to like yell at us for destroying his secret garden paver backyard. And the guy kind of like looks at the house and he looks at us. He has this look of like awe on his face. And he goes, I grew up here. And we were like, what? Turns out this guy, wonderful man, he's like about to turn 80, and he let us know that his parents bought this house back in the 30s. It was built in 31, so they were definitely like one of the first owners of this home. He said it was up for rent originally, and then they ended up owning it. Him and his family lived here in the 30s, like into the 60s, which is just so cool. We love buying older homes. We love living in older homes like that have a lot of that charm and character and history. And so we ended up like inviting him inside, and he walked us through the house. We walked him through the house. And he like would comment on, yeah, this is still original. And oh my gosh, this is where my sisters and I would do this. And this was the sunroom when we would sit in here on really sunny days. And this is the best heat vent in the house. Like it was very endearing, very charming, and it was such a like blessing to hear from this guy and hear how he grew up and like now how we're taking care of it. There was a moment we brought him into the basement, and in the basement there's this like old like tool bench, And he was like, this is my dad's old workbench. And he got like emotional and I got emotional. And it was just so wild that he like wanted to stop. And it was really cool. And he kept telling us, he's like, this is just such a blessing. Like, thank you for letting me come into the home. He wasn't trying to like be pushy or anything. I can appreciate how like that may seem weird to some people, but like we invited him in and he was like, well, I don't want to impose. Like, I wouldn't want people coming to my house right now. Like, and I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, come on in. We loved hearing from him. We've always thought about like who has lived here before, what is the history like. And then as we were walking him back outside, I ended up asking him, I was like, what was the backyard like? Because it's a pretty small yard. And he's like, yeah, it was always small. He's like, we had a white picket fence. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what we're putting in, is a white picket fence. So I thought that was really cool too, because it's kind of paying homage to what the house is and who lived here. So I really loved that as well. But yeah, so I'm excited. I think I'm gonna feel overall better about the whole thing once we really start making progress. We're putting in the fence next weekend, so hopefully everything goes well. We're doing it ourselves. They come in like kits now. Andrew's dad and brother are coming over, his mom and sister-in-law. Like, so with all of us, we should be able to successfully put up this fence, but it's just a little like nerve-wracking to do something like this by yourself. A little bit of DIY in the backyard. I just feel like there's probably a lot of unknowns that we haven't really explored yet, so we'll see. But yeah, that is where the day is heading. I'm gonna go ahead and get some coffee made, get some fuel in this body, and we'll see what outside has in store for us today. What a good day. It is 10 o'clock. We just got back from the movies, which was really good. I'll talk more about it in a second, but it was a good day. We got everything done that we wanted to get done for the backyard. Shout out to, honestly, Andrew, who did a good portion of all of like the really hard stuff. He also then proceeded to mow the lawn and cook us dinner, which was just next level. So he's in bed. He is done for the day. I am excited for next weekend when we actually put the fence in. I think it's going to help really take the vision to the next level, and I'll be able to really visualize everything else much more. Thanks. What are you doing back there? He's looking right at me. I don't know if you can see in the screen. It's so cute. But yeah, we feel good with like where we're at and we're ready for the fence to be put up. So if you follow me on Instagram, I definitely will be posting updates there. I don't think I'm going to vlog when we do it just because his parents will be staying with us and I don't often like to vlog when there's like other people around. But I will definitely be posting updates on Instagram. So follow me there if you wanna. But yeah, we saw the movie. It was really cute. It was really well done. I mean, I loved Hallie as Ariel. I thought it was a really good, like, live action version of the original Disney movie. There were a lot of similar lines and similar things. The Little Mermaid is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, so I really enjoyed it. I do have a couple critiques. I thought that a lot of the scenes, especially underwater and in the first like half of the movie, were really dark, like too dark. Like I couldn't see all of the amazing magical things happening, and I wish that they would have just made it brighter. Like, I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but it just seemed really dark for some reason. And then I also really did not like the actor who played the King Triton. Not that I don't like the actor. I've heard Andrew was telling me that he like is one of his favorite actors to play villains or something. What was he in, babe?
James Bond, the latest one.
Oh, okay. So he likes him in the latest James Bond, which I have not seen because I don't really watch a lot of movies, especially action movies in general. But I thought his acting was so not like appropriate for the role. I don't know how else to explain it. He had the same face, the same reactions, the same like monotone responses to everything. And I just didn't, I don't know, I wish it was a little bit more animated. I realized that like maybe he didn't want to go over the top with being really super angry, but that's what the dad is. He's kind of a jerk in the beginning of the movie. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't a fan. And even at the end, I mean, if you've seen Little Mermaid, you know that like at the end, like there's a resolve and he shows more empathy, and like he still looked so mad at the end. I don't know. But honestly, the person who like won the movie for me was Melissa McCarthy. I just thought Ursula is my favorite villain of all time. Has always been, will always be. And I just thought Melissa McCarthy did such a good job. She just had this like perfect balance of paying homage like to the original, but also putting her own twist on it. I was honestly blown away. I was nervous about her being Ursula, but she crushed it. I shouldn't have been nervous at all. She was amazing. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. It was fun to go to the movies, and every time I go to the movies, we're always like, we should go to the movies more. So we'll see. But it was a nice way to kind of like end cap the weekend. I think that's it. I'm gonna call it a vlog. It's been, you know, a jam-packed weekend vlog. Seeing a lot of people, doing a lot of things, traveling a lot, but all in all, it's been a really nice weekend. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much if you've watched this video, especially if you have made it this far. It means the world to me that you would click on this video and watch it. I appreciate it so much. I love you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are, and I will see you soon in my next one. Bye!